So let's go down a Goosebumps hole, shall we? I am not a huge fan of Goosebumps. R.L. Stine, I read some of the Fear Street and Choose Your Own Way before he ever even got into Goosebumps, but I know some of you of a certain age and you just love them and worship them. There was a series in the 90s. 2015 had a Jack Black movie. It's not bad. Went back and rewatched it with my kid, and my kid likes some spooky things. My kid's name is Quinn, and he likes spooky. And so we try to figure out what can we watch together and what can you introduce him to. So what we did is we started the new 2013, and the new series will come out in January 10th, the second series for Goosebumps on Disney Plus. This show is actually created by Rob Letterman and Nicholas Stoller. Rob Letterman actually directed several of the episodes and is one that directed the 2015 Goosebumps. I feel like all the other Goosebumps are meant for children, or at least 12 and 13 and under. This one to me is much more YA, young adult. My kid got really into it, which I couldn't fathom why, because I thought a lot of it was a little bit over his head. And frankly, there was some of it that I wish we just kind of didn't, but he didn't ask a lot of questions, and I didn't want to have to explain a lot, and that's okay. Can you watch it with your kid? Yeah, it's okay. Justin Long's in it, always playing Justin Long type characters. And basically, what it is that it's one of those Rashomon where it tells you the first story, and then you go back over the next three or four episodes, figuring out other people's and how they've worked into that, all the main characters. Not necessarily retelling the story, but telling it from their perspective. And then you kind of get it all, it kind of congeals and then moves on from there. And there's a lot of the things that you expect to happen that happen in it. Like you can't have Goosebumps, I guess, without Slappy. My kid and I both think that dummies, the actual talking dummies, not the people you meet out on the street, are just weird. Just like clowns. It's not that I'm scared of them, I just weird. It's just not as kid friendly as the movie and the original series. We went back and watched some of the original series. I'd never seen it. That probably, if you have a small child, much more up their alley, depending on, because as a parent, hopefully you know what your kid can and can't watch as far as they can handle. The Goosebumps movie from 2015, directed by Rob Letterman, totally something that you can watch with your children. If they are okay with just a little bit of spooky, like a little bit of werewolves and really bad CGI, then yes, my son doesn't have a problem. But also, I was showing my son the transformation scenes from American Werewolf in London because we went down a rabbit hole with Thriller and he got into the transformation. And I explained he's my son. He knows who Rick Baker is. That being said, I didn't show him the whole movie because I don't even get to he had repeats and I don't even hear the language, but he likes it. So my son's probably a little bit more. He's okay with a lot of this stuff. Know your child. Goosebumps, the series, 2023, not a bad family show. So it's a good show. I think it's a little heavy-handed in certain places, but it's not bad. Some of the acting, but it's very much a young adult. It's a YA. So if your kid is into those YA novels or books, or they read a lot and they're totally into it, then they should watch Goosebumps, the show. And it's on Disney Plus. The new season comes out in January. I didn't think it was terrible. Could they have cut a couple of, you hear me say this all the time, could they have cut some couple episodes out of it? Yeah. But my kid really enjoyed it. And that's what matters is trying to find something that you can watch as a family. Because watching a Serbian film with your family, not a good idea. I also have never showed my kid The Evil Dead or some other stuff. Although I'm thinking maybe Army of Darkness? What do you all think? Should you check out Goosebumps the series 2023 on Disney Plus? Yes. Watch it as a family. Do some bonding. It's cold outside. Have some hot chocolate. If you have a fireplace, do that. And watch some spooky, as my kid calls it, because that's a good word. Watch some spooky entertainment and have fun with your family. This has been Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly.